Everybody, it's your boy King Hustle, and yes, is the best money and credit channel on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell. So whenever I drop new sauce, new lessons, new methods, and giveaways, you'll be the first one to be notified. You'll be the first one to know what's going on, and hey, you might be the first one to win something for free. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell on all the YouTube channels. Also, make sure you follow me on my Twitch, King Hustle Live. I do all my freebies and giveaways from those YouTube channels and the Twitch. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell on all my YouTube channels and my Twitches and social media platforms. Also, make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms. All you gotta do is click the title on every video. Once you click the title on every video, at the bottom in the description, all my social media links will pop up. All right. Got a lot of fake King Hustle pages out there, so please get a FaceTime verification call or video to make sure you see this face. Make sure you are doing legit business and you are getting what you pay for, right? And before we get anything started, this is all educational purposes only, not telling anybody to do anything. So let's get this thing started. Hey, let's get this thing started. Hey, what to do, my real King Hustle fans, supporters, subscribers out there, my real Hustle Nation Empire family members, and we are back at it again with the gems. Back at it again with the sauce. Back at it again with the information that's going to turn you into a boss. So you tired of being a zero? You ready to be a family hero? Listen up, take a seat, get your notepad and get your pen, because you already know when I drop these videos and y'all get them notifications, it's going to be some information that's going to help you win. Mm. Or keep you entertained. Got to get them lips together. Doc. Oh, what did I think? Keep you entertained. All right. So today's video, we be talking about these new bank credit card, debit card methods is going on. New swiping methods. New. It's a lot going on in today's world. The scams and the fraud schemes have definitely elevated within the past 6 years. Now we all know that I come from the cybersecurity world. I come from the hacker world. Not a scammer, not a fraudster. I was in the hacking community, meaning that I was good with computers. Well, I am good with computers, good with technology, good with databases, good with servers, good with socks, good with proxies, good with all these type of things like that. That's how I got to where I'm at. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people be like, bro, you cap, bro. You don't. At the end of the day, oh, at the end of the day, my people, this is not free. All right, none of this is free. To live like this is not free. So apparently, I must know a little bit about something. If you don't believe me, go do your research. Go to my oldest videos on this channel, my Milwaukee Made King Hustle channel, and y'all know what's really going on. So back to it. Let's get to back to the gyms, because people be thinking it'd be a game. Like everybody don't do the exact same thing. So people be like, bro, how you talking about? Because I know about all of this stuff. Like I know my people are the people who supply the scammers and the fraudsters with this type of information. Now there's different type of hackers. Now don't get me wrong. There's black hats, white hats, and there's gray hats. Black hats are the hackers that do everything solely for revenue basis. It's, it's self-explanatory. They're black hats, so they doing dark things. Gray hats are people who do things in the middle, so they might do good things, they might do bad things. And then white hats are strictly good people who help people get into locked accounts and work for companies who help them secure their databases and security and stuff like that. So white hats, gray hats, and black hats. Those are three different people. And this type of information people don't be knowing, but they just want to get into the game. They want to get into the world. They want to know what's going on. And I tell people all the time, the hackers are the people who make the most money because they're the ones who has the information. Just like in the streets, you got your plugs and you got the workers. You got the plugs who supply the product, and you got the workers who go out and sell the product and come back with the money to get to the plug to keep reading up. Hackers are the people who supply most of the information to the dark web, to the hackers, I mean, to the scammers and the fraudsters via credit card information, debit card information, fulls, profiles, this type of information, depending on what type of hacker that person is. Like I said, there's three different type of hackers: white hat, gray hats, and black hats. Black hats are people who you fear. Black hats are the people who compromise things for negative reasons. So people got to start just really understanding and knowing what's really going on out there. So there's a lot of different methods. Well, first of all, people got to know what a method is. A method is basically instructions on how to do something. You might got a method on how to become a basketball player, on how to start your computer up, on how to put this table together. There's different methods for everything, right? So in this world, there have been there are common scams that people do, from check fraud, credit card fraud, and identity theft. Those are the three main methods that people utilize in the fraud world. Now, when it comes to credit card fraud, the evolution of credit card fraud has definitely, the evolution of scams and fraud have rise, period. And people are coming up with new techniques and new ways to commit these crimes. And the reason why they're coming up with these new techniques and new ways and are able to do it is because the world, the government, these businesses are making it easier for the scammers and the hackers and the fraudsters, because everything that they're doing, regular people are doing, and they want to make it easier for people to make money off of. If you can understand that, they want to make it easier for people to get loans, credit cards, lines of credit, get approved for this, get approved for that, because people who are applying for these things are more than likely borrowing money. And when you borrow money, you get an APR, and the APR is an annual percentage rate. And that annual percentage rate is what are you going to be paying back extra to that bank, and that's the money that the bank is going to be making off of you. So of course the government is going to be make it easier for people to put themselves in debt, and by them doing that, they're making it easier for the scammers and the fraudsters to be able to commit a crime. So credit card fraud, the evolution of credit card fraud. People used to go on the dark web and buy credit card numbers or information, and basically write the information on these blank cards or whatever, emboss the cards, and then go into stores like Target, Walmart, Best Buy, and buy electronics and resell them on Craigslist. Then you had people back in the day who used to use the black box, aka the MXR X6, that would have people working in different places and or going to different places and swiping cards. Fast forwarded 25 years, 26 years, there are you rarely see any debit cards or credit cards with embossed information. You rarely see any of these things that's going back that was going on back then. But everything resurfaced. Everything comes back around. So now there are people who are bringing back the black box. Now there are people who are um, utilizing different methods and different scams. It's come to the point where when something gets burnt out, they figure out how to enhance it. Meaning that the white cars got burnt out. Everybody was buying these white cars and swiping cars and doing everything. And it looks suspicious when somebody is trying to buy something from a store with a blank white card. Now it got to the point where hackers and compromisers on the dark web have gotten into these databases and basically are duplicating real bank debit and credit cards. Like the real, it looks exactly the same as the bank, a U.S. bank, a Chase Bank, or whatever bank debit card that's out there. So now they got to a point where there's new debit cards that look exactly new blank debit cards and credit cards that look exactly like the banks, and people are writing and doing writing information on these cards to make it look legit. Now this new method that's going on is ghost tapping. We all know about skimmers. That was a method that people used and still use. Skimmers are basically POS machine devices or covers that steal information. So ATMs where you insert your card at, where you type in your PIN, those can be skimmers. Like you can pull those up and those would be over the real keypad or the real card inserter. And every time whoever inserted their card while that skimmer was on there, their information was read and written on that information or that device. When you go to gas stations and you go to Targets and Walmarts and you gotta tap on that little black box, those are skimmers sometimes. A lot of times you won't know unless you either see something fishy or you know something about something. So a lot of times when I go to these stores and I utilize these POS machines, I make sure ain't nothing suspicious or ain't nothing loose on these POS machines because I know about skimmers. It's skimmers at gas pumps, inside the gas pumps. How are they getting there? Because people are figuring out how to buy the universal key to gas pumps and get into the gas pumps to put the skimmers. But this ghost tapping method has exceeded the expectation of credit card and debit card fraud because now it's gotten to the point where they don't need skimmers. They don't need to compromise a database or compromise a system to get this information. No, there's little tools out here, flipper zeros, cold dots, that Raspberry Pis that can steal signals. And by it being able to steal and compromise signals, it's able to get people's basically debit card and credit card information without them even knowing. So just imagine a device that can basically read your credit card information without you even knowing who's doing it or being next to that person, which is very scary. And a lot of people don't actually believe into it until it actually happens. Hold on, y'all. You know that money be a little heavy, so it be falling down. It be falling down. All right. And money, Barbie. All right. Hey, the money just keep on falling. We're gonna just leave it like that for right now. Then I ain't got time to be picking that up and doing all that right now. I don't know why I keep falling, but we gonna get back to the gyms. But ghost tapping, ghost tapping has become a very popular method that's going on out here because scammers no longer have to, or fraudsters no longer have to be seen on devices or be seen on camera at these ATMs picking up skimmers and things like that. No, they don't have to do that anymore. They could just be sitting at a Walmart or sitting in a parking lot or sitting at a what you call them majiggets, a Starbucks or something like that, where they know there's going to be a lot of people there and do a lot of jamming signals. They can use flipper zeros to clone um key fobs. Like these new tools out here are helping people do a lot of different things. So just imagine you sitting back, you at a store, and you it's not even coming across your mind because you never even heard of anything like this. And people are just sitting there stealing credit card information with a little bitty tool, ghost tapping, and using that. Like they can steal that information with that tool, the flipper zero, and go to a POS machine or go buy something with that tool, with the flipper zero. And like I said, these tools are wasn't built for hacking or compromising, but due to the fact that these tools can have certain boards and configurations on them, people are basically um creating boards to put on these devices and tools to do these things because like I said, there are what you think police be doing when they be intercepting people's phones and wiretaps and all that. That's another form of hacking. So all these tools and cybersecurity and all these they're all out there for people to buy and people figure things out. It's like there's a real world of people who are into technology, who are nerds and geeks who like doing things like this, who like to be able to like they get a kick out of being able to penetrate somebody's phone, get a kick out of being able to penetrate somebody's computer or laptop and get information because those people are more dangerous than anybody in this world. People will do anything for people not to know certain information or have certain information because that's personal. So this new ghost tapping scheme has been taking over the wave of credit card fraud and debit card fraud because it's making it easier for the scammers and the fraudsters to be able to obtain this information. Vice versa, them putting somebody in a restaurant to work third shift at a McDonald's or a KFC or somebody, and because we all know some places have two windows. The first window you pay, the second window you pick up your food. They make things go faster, and there are places like that still. So who knows? You go to a restaurant at three. What a burger at 3 o'clock in the morning, and it's slow, and it's not a lot of people in there. And you get in their car, they close the window. You don't know what they doing. They could swipe because when they swipe that card, it's not going to be a lot. You're not going to get an alert, or you're not purchasing anything. You're just reading. They're just reading that card, and when they read that card, nothing's going to be alerted. Nothing's going to happen. And the only time you're going to get alerted if you're spending money on that card. So they're going to get the normal um, alert that hey, they just spent $16 at McDonald's or however much they spent, but they're not going to get alert for that MSR being or that card being written. So it's all about being more safe, being more cautious, and being more aware of what's going on out there because these tools, these devices are making it easier and making it available for regular people who've never been in this world, never did any research, never been taught any of these type of things to be able to get these tools and utilize them and do a lot of different scams, a lot of different fraud, and a lot of different schemes. And ever since COVID-19, a lot of scamming and a lot of fraud has been going on from credit, businesses, loans, credit cards, lines of credit, apartments, CPNs, identity theft, ghost tapping, there's a lot going on in the world. So it's just all about being more safe, being more cautious, and being more aware of what's going on out there in this real crazy world that we all living in. Because at the end of the day, these things are real and nobody wants to become a victim. So like I tell you guys all the time, make sure you're getting your Norton LifeLock. Norton LifeLock will monitor all your personal accounts and financial, your social media accounts and financial accounts to make sure no suspicious activity is going on. And it will also monitor the dark web to make sure none of your personal information is on there floating around being sold. So make sure you guys get your Norton LifeLock. Make sure you guys are freezing all three of your credit profiles, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. If they are froze, nobody can get anything in your name, not even you. No loans, no credit cards, no lines of credit, no CPNs, no apartments, no cars, no nothing. All right. So make sure you guys are freezing your credit bureaus. Make sure you guys get new credit card and debit card numbers every so often. We tap, swipe, insert all day, every day, order online all day, every day. Every time we do that, information is going on the database. And it's always a database compromised, leak, or hack. And nobody wants to become a victim of that. So if you are getting new credit card and debit card numbers every so often, that old information will no longer be valid. And if it was to appear on the database, leak, compromised, or hack, you'll be protected. You'll be safe because that information is no longer valid. All right. So make sure you guys are staying more safe, staying more cautious, and being more aware of what's going on out there in this real crazy world that we live in because the dark web is real. Scams are real. Fraud is real. All this stuff is real. And a lot of people don't believe into it and believe it until it happens to them. So stay more safe, stay more cautious, be more aware. And I'll see y'all at the next video. All right. So shout out to all my real King Hustle fans, supporters, subscribers out there because without y'all, there'd be no me. Y'all motivate me keep going. Y'all motivate me keep dropping this sauce. And y'all motivate me keep y'all entertained. So shout out to all of y'all. Anybody out there that's tired of being broke because it ain't no joke, let's get to work. FaceTime 101 unlimited gems are $1,000, but for limited time only. I'm doing them for 600. Yes, 600. Cash App or Bitcoin payment. Once the 600 is on your Cash App or Bitcoin balance, send me a screenshot. Let me know you payment ready, and we will go from there. All right. No screenshots, no replies, no 21 questions, and please do not yell me. Make sure y'all book y'all seat on the webinars Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. 250, 10 seats available. Ask me and get help with anything that y'all want to get help with. So don't miss out on that. Make sure y'all book y'all seat on the crypto tour, in-person limited gems, 3,500. Make sure y'all book y'all seat on the month-long mentorship, $1,000. Make sure y'all checking out my vendor platforms on Telegram and the Potato App, me and the network. Still looking for people for the production company. Make sure y'all subscribe and hit the all notification bell. All my YouTube channels, my Twitches, my IGs, TikToks, and Snapchats. Make sure y'all checking out the crypto world because it's changing people's lives. And make sure y'all getting in where y'all fit in with these load ups. All right, 120 and up. Don't miss out. Cash out Bitcoin payment. Once it's on your balance, send me a screenshot. Let me know your payment ready, and we'll go from there. All right. And with that being said, it's your boy King Hustle. Y'all know I get down in these videos. I'll see you at the next lesson video or live. Peace.